I was in the Ohio Valley for 10 years, and so I've been a part of a lot of great games with Tennessee State, some good, some not so good, as far as the result. And they certainly played very well today. Tennessee State did. Penny is a terrific coach, obviously played for Rick Byrd, and so he comes from a great basketball lineage. And so Tennessee State does deserve a lot of the credit for this game today.
Coach, first half kind of struggled from the field. The second half, everything was clicking. When you're evaluating this game, what do you take away from it? Because the offense did play very well in that second half.
Well, in the second half, what happened was the ball went into the paint, meaning we drove it into the paint multiple times at possession, and when you do that, you get good shots. And so that is something that we have coached quite a bit this year. Not just this year, it's always a good approach. But in the first half, our value was good. We only had 4 turnovers in the first half. We did get quite a few layups, but I mean our layup shooting in the first half was really poor. And on possessions where we didn't get in the lane, we took some tough shots.
Coach, in the second half, you held him to 37% from the field. Wesley Harris had 15, was held to just 2 points in the second half. What adjustments did you make in the second half, and what did you see from your perimeter guards as well as your bigs?
Well, the biggest difference with our defense in the second half was our transition defense. And so we actually, Tennessee State is a terrific transition team. That's how they score a lot of points. And they scored 10 points against us in the first half in transition. This game, for the first time this year, we sent 3 guys back in transition. So our 3, 4, and 5 were not offensive rebounding. Let me rephrase that. Our 1, 2, and 3 were not offensive rebounding. So we had 3 guys back in transition and didn't stop them. So our communication in transition has to be better. It was in the second half. We made them play against a set half-court D, and so that's a big part of what changed.
About a minute left. Your team is down by 4. Great defensive possession that you guys had. Shot clock winding down, and then from like 30 out, Mark Freeman hits this 3. It's back to the basket, turns with 1 second. What is going through your mind as a coach in that situation?
I don't remember what I was thinking at that time, but in general, as an offensive team, and I'm not always talking about a 30-footer, but that's what we talk about as far as that's how that's a dagger. And it doesn't matter what time of the game. If you make the other team guard for 28 seconds and then you stick one in, it really is painful for the guys on defense. And down 7 at that point, it was very difficult.
I want to talk about Josh Cologne. He's such a gutsy defender, and he really just gives this team, I think, an element of just fire and just sparking that run to come back and tie the game with a few 3-pointers. What have you liked from him since you inserted him into the starting lineup? And what do you feel that he brings on both sides of the court that really gives this team another element on defense?
Yeah, so Josh has been our charge-taking leader on the practice court. So he has more charges in practice than any other player. And then in games as well, he's done a terrific job, especially when he gets matched up against a bigger guy in the post. So he's also made shots in several games. So really good to see Josh play well. And he did play well, possibly his best game here today.
Now, do you teach that in practice, or is that just instinct that Josh has to take those charges against a guy who has a couple inches on him?
Yeah, it's a very important part of our defense. So the way we phrase it, and this is actually a Jeff Van Gundy concept, every player on the court has to be a basket protector. So some guys protect the basket by blocking shots, other guys protect the basket by taking charges.
Coach, you mentioned Penny Collins and the fact that he's trying to build something new here at Tennessee State. Went 9-21 his first year. What have you just seen in his growth, and how do you view that team? Very resilient. We're able to hold you guys off and make shots when needed to keep you guys from overtaking the lead in the second half. But what do you have to say about Penny Collins and his squad?
Yeah, so 2 things. First of all, his team this year is completely different than that team you referenced last year. So he has 3 junior college guys that are in the starting lineup that are very talented, and then he also has the high major transfers, so he's got really talented guys. With that being said, they have played well this year, so it's not just today. They went to Texas Tech and fought like crazy. The most impressive game was at San Diego State. Lipscomb was in the Final Four last year of the NIT, and they beat Lipscomb. So their team has done a good job this year.
I know there's no moral victories, but can you take what you guys did offensively in that second half into JMU on Friday? Can you build off of this?
Well, let's hope so. And what I'm saying to you is, tomorrow when we watch video with our team, it won't be the first time that we talk about attacking the red zone or the lane multiple times per possession. And so we got any shot we wanted in the second half. When we had that mentality, we got really good shots. We shot it better in the second half. So hopefully we can improve, yeah.